After a while, you end up with a lot of aluminum scrap that you can't really use for much, and we're going to melt it down and try to make more useful stock. Most of it's probably 6061, but it's not that big of a deal if we have an unknown alloy. It's mostly aluminum, and we're going to be casting round stock. We just have this piece of conduit plugged in the end with a piece of wood. Aluminum doesn't melt that hot. I think the wood won't be a problem. We'll pour it in with this funnel to help out.
Our setup is pretty simple. We'll be throwing this on the fire with coal, and it's hooked up to a leaf blower to get air into the brake drum. We're going to throw on some coal. We'll also throw an aluminum can and see what happens.
This probably won't be a repeat method. I've had to go a long ways just to get that much of it out. Started off in this end, pounding through, and once there was enough to stick out, I had it clamped in the vise and trying to twist it, and it was a lot more difficult than this for most of the time. It's loosened up a little bit, and every time I twist it, I can pull off a little bit. And I can definitely feel it's getting very close. It's pretty loose now. Probably one more turn. There we go. And there's our aluminum rod. Definitely surface finish isn't great, especially vise jaws didn't help with that. But not concerned because we'll just be turning this on the lathe. What I would be concerned about would be like bubbles underneath the surface. We can't tell right now, but after we get this turned down, we'll be able to see, and I think that turned out really good. Nice straight piece of stock that we can use for the lathe. So I just center drilled this in by hand, eyeballed it, and I think it's actually centered pretty well. I'm going to take a few passes and see what it looks like underneath. And that's a pretty good first pass. You can see it needs to clean up a little more on that side, but down here looks pretty good. Nice. That looks a little better. Surface finish isn't great, but I don't think that's a problem with the stock. I'll just take one more. And this is the part, first part we made from our custom stock. And it's based on this blueprint. We made some design changes along the way. So it's different now, but basically we've got a barbed fitting for a hose that'll screw into a chamber for a rocket engine.